Hi, welcome to the first lesson from the Stevenson Language Skills Program, beginning green level. Students, you're going to need Workbook A. Let's get started. This is a letter, and letters have special powers to make their own sounds. Letters enjoy acting like people, and people make sounds all the time. This letter is a round, fat guy. It makes the sound O. Let's make that sound long and loud. Oh! Wow, did you make him long and loud? That's one of his favorite jobs. He's got a lot of jobs, but this is one of his favorites. This letter is round, just like the shape of your mouth when you say, oh. Look at this little boy. Is his mouth opened or closed? It's open. Good answer. What's the first sound you hear in the word open? Did you hear that O? Good job. So what sound does this letter like to make? Oh, you're right. That's it. You've done it. You've learned your first letter. Way to go. Let's think through it one more time. Remember, when your mouth is big and round and open, what's the first sound you hear when you say open? That's right. You hear an O. Does your mouth look like the little boy's mouth? If you have a mirror, maybe you can look and see after our lesson is finished. Do it for me one more time. Make your mouth big and round and open. Good job. So what sound does this letter like to make? Oh, you're right. Great. Well, sometimes we like to write our letters on paper. That's a lot of fun too. So we're going to meet someone else. We're going to meet Nosy Ned. We're going to start by putting our own finger on our nose and chanting with me. Nosy Ned, over my head. Do it with me. Put your finger up there. Nosy Ned, over my head. Nosy Ned, over my head. One last time. Nosy Ned, over my head. All right, so when I'm looking at my new friend, Nosy Ned, I can put my finger on his nose. And which way do you want me to go? That's right. Over his head. Great. Nosy Ned, over his head. Now there's something that I think most of you probably have, and that's your hand. So I want you to imagine that you're putting your hand right up here on the paper. We're going to put our finger on Nosy Ned's nose, and if you write with your right hand, and you might need to ask an adult or an instructor to help you figure that out, you're going to say, Nosy Ned, over his head, hi hand, because your pencil or your finger went right over to your hand and said hi. Now, for you writers that enjoy using your left hand to hold your pencil, you will be putting your right hand on the paper, and you're going to use your left hand, finger, or pencil right now and put it on Nosy Ned's nose. Your chant is going to go like this. Nosy Ned, over his head, bye hand, because your pen or pencil has to say goodbye to your hand. Let's try it one more time. Nosy Ned, over the head, bye hand. Think you've got it? All right, let's try it on some paper. If you will open your workbook up to the first page, it looks like this. Do you have that one? See those little boys? Their mouths are open. That's right. They like to say, oh. And down here at the bottom, we've got something new. We're going to talk about the lines on our paper as if they were a house. Let me get it where you can see it. All right. So, looking at the lines, this line down here, we're going to call that the floor of our house. That's where we put our feet, isn't it? This line right here, we're going to call the ceiling. I have a ceiling over my head. Do you have a ceiling over your head? And this line way up here, that is the roof. It keeps the rain out. So we've got the floor, the ceiling, and the roof. All right, if I say a part, can you put your pencil on the right part on your paper? Put your pencil on the ceiling. Where did you put it? Did you put it right here on this dotted line for me? Good job. How about if I say, put your pencil on the roof? Yeah, that's this one way up here, isn't it? That's our roof. Only one left. Do you know which one it is? Yeah, put your pencil on the floor. Did you put it down here on the floor? Good job. So our house has 3 parts. The floor, the ceiling, and the roof. Well, our little friend Nosy Ned, he doesn't like to put his nose on the floor or on the ceiling. He likes to put his nose right in the middle of the room. So that little black dot you see is Nosy Ned's nose. We're going to start there to make our new letter. Remember, our new letter is O, just like the shape of your mouth. So we're going to put our pen on Nosy Ned's nose. Put the other hand that doesn't have your pen or pencil in it on your paper. And let's do our chant. Nosy Ned, over his head, hit the ceiling, high hand, sit on the floor. Did you make your new letter? Oh! Did you put a hole in my ceiling? I hope not. Did you put a hole in my floor? I hope not. Let's try one more. Go to your next Nosy Ned nose. Ready? Put your pencil on it. Nosy Ned, over the head, hit the ceiling, high hand, sit on the floor. All right, there's several more noses there, but I don't want you to rush and finish them all right now. I want you to take your time. Do your best job. Good. Take a little break. Shake your muscles out a little bit. Writing is tough work, and every time we do it, we're going to do our very best. All right, here's a couple of fun things you can do if you'd like to do some more work with our new letter. Have someone copy that picture of the little boy with his mouth open. Then work together to cut out his mouth so it actually is open. Find a cup. Tape him on top. And you're set. We're ready to go find some O's to put in our little boy's open mouth. So start looking. What's around? Do you have some newspapers maybe that people are finished reading? That'd be great. Why don't you start there? I've got one right here. Do you see our letter anywhere? I'm looking for that big round open letter. I think I see one. When you spy one, cut him out or tear him out. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. I found an O. Cut him out. Do you have yours? You can find some when we're finished. Here's mine. When I find them, I'm going to say, O. That's one of the sounds he likes to make. And I'm going to put that O right in my little boy's open mouth. Think you can find enough to fill up your container? All right, the hunt is on. That's one fun thing you can do. How about another idea? Take that picture of the little boy from your workbook, copy him, and color him any way you'd like. Maybe his mouth's already red. Maybe you want to start with another one. Glue him on. A piece of construction paper, some extra scrap paper you might have. Use something that you can recycle even. Use up some of those scraps of paper. Then have someone help you find that letter. There it is. There's our O. Glue him on the bottom. And now we're going to cover him up with a flap. He's gone. You're ready to start reading. Here's your first reading challenge. Look at that letter. What sound does that letter like to make? Oh, you're right. Now think, what was your clue? Do you see it up there in your brain? What's hiding under our secret flap? If you made your mouth big and round and open, or you said the little boy, you can lift it up and see that you're exactly right. Good job. This is going to start something called our picture clue book. We're going to be making one for every letter we learn. You can keep them all together. And then when we're all done with the letters, you'll have something to go back and look through and remember all your clues, just like they're stored up there in your brain. All right. That's lots of ideas. So now you've learned your first letter. You're all done. Great job. Oh, by the way, my name is Mrs. Z. I'm glad we got to work together today. I'll see you for the next lesson. Bye.